is my second attempt filming this video. The first one, there was a lot of crying and there was a lot of background noise. Since I am in Lebanon, there's always background noises. There's always motorcycles passing by and cars honking non-stop. So I hope this time it's gonna be better. So this is kind of an update video and I want to talk about something as well. Yep, that's Lebanon. From the title, you probably knew what's this video about. I kind of want to talk about it and talk about what happened because I think that story is important to what I want to say at the end. It's not pleasant talking about it. No, I hate talking about it and I feel very uncomfortable, but I'm gonna try my best. I think I'm more prepared this time from the first time. Compared to the first time, I think I feel a tiny bit better today. That's what it is. It's just sadness comes in waves. Sometimes you feel like shit, sometimes you're like, just accept it and move on. I'm gonna start from the beginning, how it started. Both of my parents caught COVID around February, around that time, the beginning of it. I got really scared, but I felt they were going to get through this. I thought they were strong enough. I thought my dad was strong enough. Specifically, I did not expect my dad to end up this way. I thought my mom would be the one weaker in this case, but it wasn't. They caught COVID. It was the usual, you know, fever and cough and very bad fatigue, really intense fatigue. My dad was not able to move that much. My mom as well, she had all her body really in pain. My mom started getting better, everything was fine, but my dad wasn't getting any better. He stayed the same. Then I thought maybe it will take some time because my brother is a doctor as well as my dad, and my brother was like, there's a lot of people that take some time to get better and maybe with time he'll get better. So I was like, okay, maybe that will happen, but he did not. I mean, I heard of some people that stay the same for months and months, so I wasn't very alarmed. My dad checked in the hospital for 3 times. The first time, because he had some lack in oxygen, so he thought going to the hospital will help him with that. The first few days in the hospital, he felt so much better that he came back home. Then he started getting a bit bad. Then he went to the hospital again and they scanned him. He told us that there was not a lot of damage, which wasn't the case. He knew his lungs were so damaged and he did not tell any of us. I don't know why, but maybe for us not to worry, but I wish he told us earlier so we could have been next to him. What, sweetie? Come here. Ah, blah, blah. Hi. Say hi. His health was not getting better. Third time, we knew there was something wrong. We felt it. And I booked a ticket. The closest ticket I could find, I booked it. I was like, okay, I need to be there to help him recover. I thought I would help him recover, but I was just too late. My mom called me and she told me they put him on a ventilator. If you don't know, a ventilator is just the worst thing you can have. It's like, it's not an oxygen mask anymore. It's basically means your lungs are barely functional anymore. Like half of your lungs are not functioning anymore. So he needed that ventilator, and at that point I knew it wasn't gonna be long till he was gonna be gone. Fly to Lebanon, and um, my mom tells me he passed away while I was in the plane. I couldn't make it on time. I couldn't say goodbye or anything. I wish I made it earlier. I'm gonna be bitter about this my whole life. I asked him so many times, do you want me with you? I can book a ticket and come right to you. He would be like, no, keep working. And he cared a lot about work, and he kept telling me like, just stay there and keep working, I'm fine. I didn't listen to him and just flew to him as soon as I could, but that did not happen. Literally, he died the day I was flying to him, and that just makes me really pissed. His health just deteriorated the last few days. I don't know what happened the last few days. He was from speaking to us every day to just not being able to speak at all. Why I talked about the story, even though it's hard for me to talk about, is because I don't want anyone to be without a vaccine anymore, because my dad caught COVID right before the vaccines were available to him. He was a doctor. He stayed till February without any vaccines. It sucks. Well, you look at US in February, all the doctors, all the nurses were vaccinated at this point. You look in Israel, for example, the country right next to us, they had almost half of their population vaccinated. You look at us, no one was vaccinated. No doctor, no nurse, no anything. And he probably caught it from going to the hospital, because he couldn't quarantine that much because he had patients to check on. He had surgeries, he had things to do. Probably that's how he caught it. There was no vaccine available to him at this point, and he caught it. And it makes me extremely mad that there was no vaccines available at this time, because of our really lacking government that don't want to pay extra for this vaccine or that vaccine, or they get the cheapest vaccine they can get their hands on. A lot of people are paying the price right now, and I'm seeing a lot of people dying from COVID in here. And that was his award for being a doctor for 30-40 years in this country. That was his award for being a doctor, for treating patients, for being such a great person to everyone. That's how our government repaid him. So if you have a vaccine in your country available and you can get it at any point in time, freaking take it. I keep hearing on the news people that don't want to take it, especially in the US. They have it, it's there, they don't want to take it. Do you have any idea how people are dying outside because they can't get it? They waited and they didn't make it. My dad was one of them, and a lot of people are still dying because they don't have the vaccine ready for them yet. And then you see a lot of people that don't want to take it. It's freaking waste on them. Seriously. Like, if you're scared of the vaccine, I think it's better to be scared from COVID because it's gonna freaking kill you. No one knows. Like, you can be very young, you can catch it and you can die. Not because you're young, that's a definite answer that you're gonna be fine. That's not a rule. I'm seeing a lot of people in here that are young and they're getting extremely sick because of it. Like, most people are not vaccinated in here. If you see elderly that are still not vaccinated and still waiting for their turn, they're still waiting and waiting for weeks and weeks. And that's what happened to my dad. He was waiting for it. He was literally waiting for it. It just makes me really, really mad that a lot of people have the vaccine ready for them and they don't want to take it. While we're here waiting and dying. My mom still doesn't have the vaccine because she's still waiting. And of course, I still don't have the vaccine. I don't really care about myself. I'll probably do a little video on my dad, so I appreciate that if you can watch it. I'm gonna just talk to people that he knew. He helped a lot of people, and it makes me really happy to see that. I want to get back to normal life. I think that's what he wanted me to do, just get back to normal life. And he was all about work and helping people, and that's what I want to do. I want to feel normal again, even though it's never gonna be normal without him. I'm gonna try. I was talking to some nurse a doctor who was in charge of him, and he told us that he told nurses to give him some not sleeping pill, it's like something to make him not feel anything, because he knew he was gonna pass away and he didn't want to feel it. And I remember my mom told me 2 days or a day before that he started telling her that he's seeing people greeting him and taking him away and greeting him, telling him to come. And we all felt the last day that it was his time. We were just not ready. I don't think you can ever be ready for such a thing, no matter how you prepare, no matter how you just prepare your mental, your brain, how much you prepare, you're never gonna be fully prepared for that. Anyways, thank you for watching this video. I know it was depressing. Thank you a lot for watching this.